All right, let's see. Need to get him a stand. How about this? That sucks. All right. I'm only going live right now. I really don't have anything to say. I'm just surrounded by a bunch of junk and trying to make something happen here. You don't know what's going to happen. I'm getting text messages. That's kind of nice. But I'm working on some plans for my truck, bed, camper plan. We spent about 7 hours cleaning out this garage that I've got for my shop, and it's just so full of stuff. I've got to do something because I just got too much going on. I'm not a very organized person, which I'm sure if you know me, that's probably not a surprise. I've got motorcycles to build. I've got knives that I make. I've got camping equipment to organize. I've got so many hobbies. I don't know if you guys can see all the computers and recording equipment and stereo equipment and audio producing stuff and metalworking equipment. That's my belt sander back there. I've got scroll saws and table saws and miter saws and routers, and somewhere in here there's a welder. Let me flip the camera. I'll show you my bikes. That's a 1964. Wait, sorry. That is a 1964 Honda CB150. There's a story behind this. It's a pretty cool bike, though. Only 4,905 miles. It runs. It needs a tune-up, and it needs to be gone through, lubricated, and just a once-over. I'm sorry, the lighting sucks. Let's see if we can't get... There's a random cushion sticking out of the side. All original. Transmission hasn't been touched. Kickstart or electric start. This here is a untitled basket case that I have. I think I'm going to part out so I can afford my projects. Gas tank for it is back there. I don't know. It needs a new tank, but I'm going to be parting this out so I can afford my projects. I really like it. It's a really fast bike. This is a 1987 Honda Shadow VT1100B. It's rare, it's nice, it's cool. Apparently the forks are worth more than the whole bike in one piece. So if I part it out, then I get to make money. If I part it out, I make money. So that's just, it's worth more in parts than it is as a whole bike. It's really a complicated process. PV amp right there, computer, switchboards. I got mixing tables. I've got more switches. I mean, it's just, it's everywhere. And I got tables and mixers and, all that stuff. I was going to build this out to be a studio for my girl, a recording studio. Now I'm pretty sure it's just going to become a wood shop so I can see a project through. But in order to accomplish a project, I have to accomplish a project. Some of it has started. I picked up a bunch of secondhand pegboard. Apparently this stuff's really expensive right here. This right here. I started hanging it on the wall. I got to finish it out. I want to insulate up here and drywall and put some plywood and just up. I mean, it's honestly, it's just a catch-all. I mean, I haven't got to do something with my life. I have the time. I don't know why I'm procrastinating. It's raining right now. So if I was doing an ASMR video, sleeping in the back of my truck, the metal hitting the aluminum cap, people would like that. I don't know why I'm not doing that. That was me just having an idea. And I bet you the rain's about to stop because I had it. But have a good night. Thank you for looking. If you're wondering what I'm doing, this is the current idea. The little squiggly lines here. One of these is going to be the edge of the bed. This over here is going to be the cooking area. There's a window that's going to go right, that is installed on the cap on this side. This side's solid metal. I'm even thinking about possibly putting in a skylight, and it overhangs the bed right now. I don't know if you've seen it. It looked kind of stupid, honestly. And I made a slide out for it, but then I backed into a telephone pole. I don't know if any of you guys heard about that. And dented all of this area right here up. But luckily, I stopped before I hit the bumper or the actual tailgate. So the truck's fine. The cap's a little screwed up. However, the slide out's not going to work the way I want it to. So now I'm going to cut that back piece off, which normally hangs to about here, about 18 inches past the tailgate in the upright and secured position. So when I do that, it will now be flush. This is what happens when you get a free 1970s, maybe 80s aluminum tailgate with the aluminum ribs that always break and the solder joints don't hold. And you get it for free. I mean, 200 pounds of aluminum. I can't argue, right? I got to take the deal. It was free. But I started work on it, so I'm going to see this thing through. If you have not looked at my Facebook, please feel free to go check it out. It's, oh no, sleep turned on. Hold on, let me cancel that. Check me out on Facebook. Sleep turned on anyways. Sure hope you guys aren't seeing me in black and white like I'm seeing me in black and white. Anyways, or if you want to help support the project, check me out at Patreon. Patreon.com/loudnoises. One word. LOUDNOISES. Loudnoises. Hey, what up, man? Sitting in my garage, soon to be workshop. I was just getting ready to say goodbye, but hell, if somebody's looking, I might as well stay on. So, yeah, you want to see my bikes? My little project bikes that I've been working on? Got some vintage Hondas. They're alright. My Harley got stolen like a year and a half ago, but I still got bikes. All right, hold on. My phone went on sleep mode. Let me turn off my sleep mode real quick so I can actually see what the hell you see. There we go. All right, now everything looks normal. Give me just a second. So, this right here, yeah, there was a spray paint incident. This is a 1987 Honda VT 1100 C or B. I can't remember. Actually, I've got the designation right here. Oh, 88. I'm sorry. It's a 1988 model VT 1100 C. Kind of looks like an old fat boy. And over here is my pride and joy, which is in much better shape than the other. This is a 1964 Honda CB 150 street bike. This is yes, I have. And actually, there's a cool story behind it. I'll share with you. I've driven both of them. The Honda was faster than my Wide Glide. Slower than my 98th anniversary edition 95 Heritage Softail Classic. The Honda CB 150 was stolen, and somebody brought it by here trying to sell it, knowing that I liked motorcycles, and I wasn't here when he dropped it off, but I guess he could restart, and he came back and tried to get it. So I don't do that unsavoriness too much. I've got a record in my background that says that I shouldn't be doing stupid shit, because stupid shit just does not mix well with me. So we tried to track down the owner. We succeeded. And when we contacted him, I said, "Hey, man, I got your bike." And he said, "I sold that bike 2 years ago." I said, "Well, that's funny. It's still registered in your name." He goes, well, I guess they never registered it. I sold it to some kid, and I couldn't figure out who the kid was. He didn't have the bill of sale or anything like that. Still, he had gotten rid of it. And he goes, look, man, how long have you had the bike for? I said, it's been here for about a year. He says, one, I'll fill a bill of sale out for you. You can file for a lost title. You can have the bike. They should have filed for it for a long time ago. And so I took liability, and I am now the proud owner of a free vintage Honda motorcycle that's 50, 60, 59 years old. So my little win. But yes, I have operated both of these motorcycles. I don't have a motorcycle license. So I don't, but the one I'm parting out, the other one, I think I'm going to give it away. Possibly. Once I got to set a goal. I'm giving it to somebody. Oh, and that gas tank right there is also from a vintage Honda, a Honda Hurricane. I don't know if you ever seen those, but one of my remnants from the bikes I've owned. And that grill, I don't know if you can see it right there. That's off my 79 Chevy Malibu with a 383 stroker and a 350 turbo tranny, two-door, not a four-door. Basically Malibu, Nova, Chevelle. It was sick. It was sick. It was a piece of junk, but the motor was phenomenal. Just didn't have floor pans. We used to pull it up. My buddy's dad had a shop, and we'd pull up to the back of his dad's tractor trailers. He also had a shipping company, a trucking company. And so at this shop, we'd go out there, and the floor pans were all rusted out. So the carpet like hung on the cherry bombs. We'd pull right up to them, put your foot on the gas, and just big old nasty fireballs shooting out of the exhaust. The carpet would catch on fire, and it made for an epic photo, but really, it was just a piece of crap car burning. I don't know why I put 900 into the exhaust and 6,000 into the motor and transmission, 1,500 into wheels and tires, and never replaced the floor pans. But I did. So I used to work at a place called OEM Systems Incorporated, which was Oklahoma Equipment Manufacturers. Yeah, very scary. Oh man, that thing was not safe to drive. It was like the Flintstone mobile. If you ran out of gas, you could just stick your feet out the floor and pedal. But so I worked there. I had in Illinois, where I'm from. You have to have obviously you have to have plates on your vehicle, and if you have antique vehicle plates, which means a vehicle over 20 years, you can only use the vehicle to go to and from a repair shop, or in a parade, or at a car show. That's the limit of the allowability for streetworthiness of an antique vehicle, basically. Might have changed by now. I was 25, so it's been 14 years ago. So I worked for Jimmy Carter, who former president. That he's from Oklahoma. He owned OEM Systems. He's passed now. But I was a tech writer and a metal fabricator in their specialty shop. I helped design a program that didn't really work, which was the small postal vans that were supposed to replace the Jeeps, not the big, express vans, but the smaller, like they were Chevy minivans. I was the tech writer. I helped design that program, and we sold the contract to the U.S. government for I don't even know what. But while I was there, I drove my Malibu every day back and forth, and that's all I had. And that was my one thing I could afford. And then I got a little bit better at life, and I started doing things, and then everything started to fall apart again, and now I'm now rebuilding. And it's going to be nice to get a project completed. I've got a couple friends that are local that I went to grade school with that we're going to start doing some collabs and working on some things together. If you want to check them out, only one of them's actually on YouTube. It's my buddy Nick. It's at Nick STL. He does some drone flyovers, kind of scouting out parks and cool scenic areas in the Midwest, like St. Louis and my area, St. Clair County. Yeah, I hope I get it completed soon. It's like every project requires another project to be completed. So I wish I would have done more prep work. I didn't think that things would go the way they did, where I'd be doing YouTube. I am doing YouTube. I don't have a choice. I have to make this work. But fortunately, there's really cool people that kind of want to hear what I got to say, and that feels really good. So I appreciate you tuning in. You're the only person tuning in. But you already know I said I'm going to go back and start editing these live feeds, making my shorts. I mean, you never know what could happen. You never know. Somebody could knock on the door that I don't expect to come through, and that'd be all right. It's raining. I might go camping in the bed of my truck right now. Why not? I got nothing to do in the morning. Well, I do. But I could camp in my driveway, right? Oh, yeah, I definitely will. That's a good idea. I've never even actually thought about doing that. Oh my God, there's so much. Oh my God, there's so much. I have. All right, I'm only going to say this once. You want to know my secret? So, where I live is, I don't know about currently, it's the number one art festival in the country for up and coming living artists. It's not like the dead guy whose art went priceless the moment he died. So I live in Belleville, Illinois. We have a place. We have an art festival called Square. That's not where I get. I have some pieces from there, but I did not get all my art there. I'm going to tell you a secret because you tune into every single one of these. I go to in my town. There's a Salvation Army. I swear to you, I get so much stuff. I get it. I do Google Lens and I search it, and I don't buy prints that aren't valuable. I don't buy anything that's not original. I don't buy the stuff with a sticker on the back. If it's got a handwritten signature, that's where I get everything from. Everything. Uh, I actually have found a Currier and Ives print in the alley. I've found so much stuff. Just people throw it away. It's just like it's everywhere around here. Yeah. Just don't tell anybody because I'm probably going to go back edit this out of this live feed. So that's just for you because I appreciate tuning in. I said I wasn't going to tell anybody that until I got 1,000 subscribers, but I can make an exception. So, but yeah, Salvation Army, Belleville, Illinois. You ever come to the Midwest? I don't know where you're at, but it's like $3 a piece. I've gotten silver jewelry from secondhand stores. I also have a friend who owns an art gallery, and he has dealt with some things for me. And there's a couple of stores. I don't know if you ever heard of Clayton, Missouri, or Creve Coeur, Lake St. Louis. It's great. They've got a lot of really cool shops there, and I've dealt with them a lot. One guy that I know actually sold me his grandmother's collection of Navajo sterling silver jewelry. Uh, uh, Be Gay is one of the stamps that was on the jewelry. He's been dead for 70 years, but apparently the family still uses the stamp. Vintage 1950s, 1960s sterling Navajo jewelry. I think I bought 3 pounds of jewelry for the price of the metal. Oh yeah, no, you're good. You're good. I was just filling time. I didn't know if anybody was going to tune in. I appreciate you signing in though and checking it out. I hope you have a good day at work. But yeah, I was about to sign off anyways, right before you signed on. So I'm glad I caught you because you're always like, oh shit, I missed it. But yeah, yeah, thank you, definitely, man. Hey, have a good night. I'm not gonna keep you any longer. I'm signing off anyways. I'm gonna have another cup of coffee and I'm gonna clean my garage so I can start making the back wall of my truck cap. So stay posted, and yes, I will live stream something and I will tag you in it so you don't miss it if you're not able to see it. And I would be more than happy to show it. I'm gonna try to get everything organized, chronological. Maybe I'll even price stuff. But have a good night. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in.